Mike from North Country Homestead. Finally getting around to making a video on what we're doing for water up here on the homestead. This is our water system here, and let me just kind of walk through what we've got set up. There's the roof, obviously, of the shack. On the back side here, we've got this about this 18-foot gutter that's collecting rainwater off of the roof. If you can see up there, it's screened all the way down, so we have screens all the way down there that gets some of any debris or anything out of it. And then as I move over here, you can see that it comes down this downspout, and that's also got some screen up in there, and then it comes into this first bucket, which is also screened, and I've added a couple additional layers of screen there. And that first bucket is just the first collection bucket. That's about a 50-gallon bucket, and we can use that water through this hose. Sometimes we use this for pressure washing or what have you. That's just a gravity fed deal there. When that 50-gallon bucket fills up, it goes out this tube and down here into what I have set up for a slow sand filter. This 55-gallon drum, I've got this floor buffing pads just to keep the bugs out and to kind of diffuse some of that water a little bit. But that 50-gallon bucket, this one has sand up to about here. There's some pea gravel in here, and there's some hard gravel in there as well. I've also got a small layer of charcoal husk, or coconut husk charcoal in there, just to give it that extra added filter. The way this works is there's a 3-inch PVC tube inside the barrel that goes down to about here, and it goes all the way up here, and then it reduces into this I believe it's a 1-inch tube there. So as this bucket fills, that fills from the bottom, and it pushes water, clean water, up that tube and into this hose and into my two clean water barrels. This is the first one, and these are both 55-gallon barrels. When this one gets up to here, it starts to fill this one. Both of them are pretty full right now. I've got a drain tube here then if an overfill, and that just runs out here for now. So how do I get water? You can see the supply line there along the house, and that goes into the kitchen, into the sink in the shack. And I take that supply from this 3/8-inch tube here. So this 3/8-inch tube there goes into my box, which is over here, and I'll show you what's in that box. Goes in the box, comes out the box to the side, and it goes to my supply lines. You can see what I've got set up here. I've got a T here, so this is my supply line. This one goes to the shower, this one goes to the house, and the house one goes into the house right there. I've also got a little hose there. We drain these in the fall so they don't freeze up too much, and that just drains out into there's like a little swampy spot back here that we drain them out to. I'll put a fence or something here, just kind of keep this part invisible as you drive up, just kind of one panel or something like that there. So how this works is, you can see I have a solar panel here, and I intend to put that up here on the corner of the house, but haven't gotten that far yet. But I've got it set out here. It gets plenty of sun. It runs through these cables here, these wires, and that goes into my box as well. You can see I've got a power switch here because I shut that off when we're not here. Bad thing would be if I had a leak and this was on, it would just keep running until that barrel's empty, which is about 50 gallons of water somewhere. So inside the barrel, what I have is I've got a cheap little charge controller here. My solar panel hooks into that, And I've got a 12-volt AGM battery there that also connects into the charge controller. And lastly, I've got my cheap little 1 gallon a minute pump off of eBay, 28 bucks. Not bad, it's been working so far, a couple weeks now. I just threw this box together because I had some spare crap. So that is the power source for my water. And I'll show you how that works. So I'm at the shower. Again, we'll probably put a little fence right here, a little fence section in here so you get a little privacy. But so the shower just works. I've got a on-off valve here. Basically, you just turn it on, and you've got a shower. So now you can take a shower after you've been working on the trails all day or whatever. You want to rinse off, you just take a shower. And we'll just take a look at the house quick. Quick update on the house. We're basically done in the shack here. You can see that we've actually got stuff hung on the walls. TV's ready to go. Got some things hung on the walls. There's the kitchen's pretty much set up in that back corner there. We're gonna put a couple of like stand-up pantry cabinets in there so we can stuff some of that stuff in there as well. But all the wood turned out really well. Pretty much everything's good to go. The loft is done. We got 2 queen-size beds up there. And as I move into the kitchen area to finish off the water, you saw the tube coming into the house. My drain is right there, so everything drains out there. But just turn the switch and it turns on, so I got water. I'll show you the under the sink. It's pretty simple. Get a flashlight here, sorry. Alright, so under the sink, basic. And you got the tube that comes in, and another T there. And then I've got that T going up to the cold and the hot. So it goes to both of them. And no leaking. I got that there just to make sure it's not leaking. And it works great. So, I'll put another video out on solar because that's how we power the whole place. But if you guys have any questions on how I got the water set up or any suggestions, happy to take them. But thanks a lot for watching, and we'll be in touch.